Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with yet another video review, and this is one that truly deserves a shout out. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Ugh, already I screwed up. A shout out! If BC knows how to fucking talk, this video is a shout out to Alex the Savage. He allowed me to get my hands on the rider belt of my favorite Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Kabuto, the Zector. And we're going to start off with just the little beetle. The Kabuto Zector in of itself. Now, he has a couple little things back here that open up and splay out to kind of insinuate the wings. Now, of course, this general area would be where the actual, and they even have it molded in right there, would be where the thrusters will come out and actually allow him to fly around and fly into his hand for when he went to go transform. Or, in this case, Henshin. So yeah, now, as you can see, mine is secondhand, so there's a lot of paint missing and a lot of paint wear and tear and such. Now, it's not that big a deal. It really doesn't matter to me. So yeah, there really isn't much else to talk about with the little guy, other than, like, you know, just, he's got all these neat little details in here. He takes two AAA batteries, and all the sounds come from him. The belt itself, I can sit here and futz with this all I want. This does not do anything, it's a static piece. Everything comes from this. And speaking of everything coming from this, let's turn it on. Once you turn it on, you get this. Classic sound from Kabuto. Now, of course, he's got these little buttons on the side. Doesn't matter which one you push. If you push them in any sequence, you will get the same three sounds while you're in this form. And I accidentally futzed with the horn, so I'm gonna stay away from the horn for now. And here we go. We're gonna push buttons and hear sounds and see lights. And as you can see, it just cycles through those three sounds. And that's about it for the Beetle mode in of itself, other than, well, of course, if you decided to, you know, you wanted to try and be slick. The Zector calls you a fool by saying mistake. So then you just flip that back down and you're good to go. Now let's get into the real fun of this thing. The belt itself, let's get on with it. How this attaches is it slides through and it clips on to these little red clasps right here. And let me tell you, this is freaking cool because, like, you naturally think that you'd have trouble the first couple of times trying to slide this through. It is such a natural, like, if you're wearing this, as I have quite a few times, when you, like, the motion of sliding this in and clicking it in, it is so ridiculously smooth and so well thought out that just, I have so much fun playing with this. So, anyways, slide and... Now we are in masked form. I couldn't remember the name of that for the longest time. But yeah, well, now we're in masked form. And from here, these little buttons up here. And it doesn't matter which button you hit. I literally come over here and hit 3. And it's going to make the same noise. See? I hit number 2. Same noise. Now, of course, it has the sound for when you take it off. So it gives us a chance to hear it again. So yeah, now, my favorite bit of this little thing, cast off. You're going to take this, pop this forward. Say it with me, everybody. Cast off. My hand was kind of in the way, so you really couldn't see it, but there is another function here where, because it actually allows me to do the cast off again, where you can actually put on, where you put the maxed armor back on. And you just do that. And that's about it. I mostly talked over it, but whatever. Let's do it again. Ready? And... cast off! Now, there's one attack that he does. The attack that pretty much obliterates anyone. That being the Kabuto Rider Kick. And you know how sometimes your parents go, I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 before I beat you? This thing gives you to the count of 3 to run away before he kicks you into oblivion. Now we have it all charged up. And you just flip this. And then... Rider Kick! And then the worm just blows up and dies. So that's basically it for the Kabuto Zector. That's literally about all that this does by itself. I'm going to shut it off for the time being. Overall, I am ridiculously happy I have this in my possession. And, like, I literally used to get depressed at how much I would try to find this thing for a decent price, and I just couldn't do it. Because the price was just absolutely ridiculous. And it's, you know, it's whatever. I like this. I think it's a little overly expensive on eBay, but bear in mind I got mine for free, and yeah, and don't think that you can just go and immediately like message Alex the Savage like I want this and this and this and this. He got this for me entirely because he knew I was a fan of Kamen Rider and my favorite rider was Kabuto, and I had issues trying to find this. He did this for me as a solid. So with that said, I'm just going to slot this back on and pop this open. So you can just see that as it is. That's basically it for the Kabuto Zector. With all that said, this is BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I don't know when I'll be dropping any more Kamen Rider or Toku merchandise in a while. So with all this said, I'll catch you guys next time. BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on.